Hey. Man. Got another copyright claim. So, I license Epidemic Sound, which gives me the ability to stream. The tricky part is, though, in order to make it easier for me to play, I find every one of those songs on Spotify and put them into a list of royalty-free, safe music. But Spotify does this dumb thing where when it's not set to repeat, which I normally have it set to always repeat, like always, why wouldn't I repeat it? It then plays whatever it thinks would be matching with the style that you have. So I end up playing people's music that I haven't licensed. And so when I first started to stream this morning, it gave me an error. I thought, oh no, that's my second warning that I've gotten over this. All right, guys, today we are going to be going through another chapter of Ryusei no Kizuna. I'm really enjoying this book. Yesterday, I saw someone rappelling on a video, and I could not for the life of me remember how to say rappel. And I happened to be talking to Shimewaza about a microphone that I sent him, which was completely busted for some reason. Like, I should have checked it before I sent it. Apparently, the button's like completely missing. It's been sitting in my closet. It sounds like it's like in a bad location. Not to get off tangent here. I'm going to be on a tangent here. I have very organized electronics. I have bought, like, you can't see it. Oh, you can't see it. You can see this right here. This is literally, yeah, it's hard to see, but this is all USB cables labeled USB 3, USB micro, USB mini. Over here, I have power cables, house type, mouse type, right? House type looks like a house. Mouse is the 3. I don't know if you know these things. There's lazy 8, like everything. Every cable I have is in a box, a clear like shoe box, and labeled, and every single one of them is tied up properly. Like, I actually really take care of my electronics. So it's very shocking to me that when I sent it, it was busted off, but I'm kind of thinking it busted off during shipping because I just threw it right into a one of those flat rate envelopes. Like, I didn't even like protect it. So that's my bad. But anyway, I was talking to Shimewaza and I was like, yeah, I saw people rappelling and I couldn't even remember rappel. And then he's like, yeah, it's Kensui Kakko. And he remembered it. And I'm like, now I remember it. Kensui Kakko. And Kensui Shisei is like a pull-up position, like hanging down. Yeah, it's no, it's not riperu. It could be though. I mean, you could see Japanese people doing that for sure. Welcome to the live. Say hello to Oblivion. Let me drink some of my coffee. I put it in for an additional 12 seconds more than normal, and it was frothing, so I had to put an ice cube in there. Yeah, it's kind of like a cappuccino right now. Like, it was like frothing. So let's talk about where we are in the story. God, I hope I can remember where we are in the story. I'm phenomenally bad at this, but basically, long story short, there is a family, the Ariake family, and they live in a house above their restaurant. There's 3 children, Koichi, Taisuke, and Shizuna. And one night, they all leave out of the second story window, unbeknownst to their parents. They sneak out to go see a meteor shower. Peorios or something like that. Peorios, I can't remember how to say it. Meteor shower. They hop off of the second floor onto this metal shed. They come down. It's a lot of work to come down. And then they hop on a bicycle and they head up to this mountain, going up all of these stone stairs. And then they try to watch this meteor shower. But the weather is bad. It's cloudy. Not only do they not even see one meteor, they don't even see one star. And they come back home, and the problem now is that they need to get back up into their bedrooms without their parents knowing. And that's on the second floor. But Shizuna-chan, the younger sister, who's in first grade, has fallen asleep. They don't want to wake her. So the younger brother in fourth grade, Taisuke, he's got her on his back or something, and he's like chilling, and his older brother's, I'm gonna go around the front. I'll go around the front. It's kind of late. Probably dad and mom are asleep now. They were awake before we left, they were talking and whatnot. And, but now they're probably asleep. So I'll go in through the front and I'll check it out. So he goes in, and Taisuke's kind of waiting, and Taisuke sees someone leave the house out the back door. And he sees like the side profile, but he doesn't know who the man is. But the man leaves. And like there's light behind his head, so he can't really discern who he is. And then he waits for a bit and goes inside, curious. I guess it took him too long for his brother to come out, and Taisuke goes in and he gets near his brother. He's got Shizuna, on his back, and the brother says, don't move anymore beyond that. He's like, what? He's like, they've been murdered. Taisuke doesn't understand. What do you mean they've been murdered? Mom and dad have been murdered. They're both dead. That's the end of chapter 1. Chapter 2, we have 2 police officers, Hagewara and Kashiwabara. They're investigating the scene. They both are very familiar, and you could say almost close to the owner of the shop, Mr. Yukihiro Ariake. He's the father. This restaurant has been making hayashi rice. It's one of their menu items. On the menu it says like over 100 years, but really it's been relayed down from grandfather to father, okay? Which is Yukihiro, father of Koichi, Taisuke, and Shizuna. And it's delicious. It's well known for being very delicious and also cheap. It's well priced, and you get a lot of volume. And the mother complains about it, like, oh, we should charge more, and whatever, your father. But the father is very serious about his menu, like his cooking. Like he has always the highest quality ingredients, and he doesn't want to raise the price too high. And he says, that's our catch. That's why people come here, because they know it's going to be good, because they know they're going to get good volume, and because they know it's going to be cheap. That's why they come. So it's very well known. And this menu that he has for this hayashi rice is, he got it from his father. And it was written on, some notebook paper, like some college rules type, notebook paper. And it was stuck in a drawer on one of the, a Buddhist altar for where his father's ashes are. His ashes are probably there. That's a typical thing for the Buddhist altar. So wherever his father's ashes are, or where they, they light the incense for the father or whatnot, there's a little drawer. And in that little drawer is a handwritten note, about how to make the hayashi rice. And Koichi had seen his father put it in there, and he had seen over the years, every now and then his father would go in there and write additional notes. Well, one day Koichi decides, he wanted to make hayashi rice. So he opens up that little drawer and he pulls out the note, and his father catches him. And he's angry. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, everyone at school said that, kids at school were saying that, even the most delicious food, as long as you know how to make it, anyone can make it. It's not a special thing. What? Yeah. So what were you going to do? I was going to take this and I was going to check if that was true. I was going to make it at my friend's house. He's like, you were going to make it at your friend's house? Angry. He's like, come here. I'll show you. And he brings him to the kitchen, and essentially they go through this handwritten note from the grandfather, and that he's added to over the years. And they spend all morning, all the way through till it's dark, making this hayashi rice. And finally, it's done. Koichi eats it. He says, what do you think now? He says, it's good. So what do you think, though? Can anyone make it? No, only you can make it, Dad. So Koichi now knows how to make it. It's some sort of backstory that we get in that second episode. And in the third episode, in the third episode of this series, I guess, we read chapter 3, which I don't remember if anything special happened. I actually don't remember, but they're back at the police station. They're investigating. They've split the police into, there's a special detective unit that's going to investigate it, and they're all determining like what they're going to do. And throughout all of this, Kashiwabara, to me, and I don't know if this is intentional, he seems ayashi. It's dubious. I believe Kashiwabara is the bad guy because of the way that Hagewara is talking to him. Now, Hagewara and Kashiwabara have eaten many times at Ariake. They knew the father, and he was there the night before, Kashiwabara, and he was the first one on the scene, and he took the kids from the scene to a Japanese inn, and he didn't seem to care about them. He was like, nah, they should be fine. Although the guy that they're with, he's dubious. Like he would say something. There was some bad decisions made by Kashiwabara. So I don't know. My current thought is maybe business wasn't good. Maybe there was some bad loans that went down. I don't know. There's a reason that they got killed though. And I believe Kashiwabara is somehow complicit. That's what I feel. I don't remember anything else happening in chapter 3, but if anyone else remembers, let me know, because I don't remember. We're going to read chapter 4, then we're going to read chapter 5 tomorrow. That'll be the last chapter we read from this book for just a couple reasons. One, I don't own this book. I mean, I own this copy and I have a digital copy that I purchased, but I don't have permission from the author or anybody. So chances that this video series would stay, let's say that I finished reading this entire book. I don't think the video series would stay up because, this is actually got its own drama and everything. And there's people that paid big money for the rights to this. So not that I doubt anyone would pay rights to read it the way that I'm reading it, but the way the Japanese copyright work is completely different than what you would think. They're like, hey, this is a little guy making this. Nah, they just take down the channel. Japan doesn't care about this sort of promotion. So I'm gonna do the 5, and then we're gonna move to, I found a website that has independent authors who probably really appreciate getting their story read. Not that I've contacted them, but it's a publicly available. This is not publicly available. These are, anyone can go read these stories for free. It's kind of equivalent to my Tissue Box channel. I write a story and I want everyone to read it. I don't care if I'm going to make money on it. And I feel like that's what's going to happen over at shosetsu.com, which is where I'm getting the book. So that's what we'll do after book 5. It says, Shibuya Saikyo. Saikyo. I'm not going to read fan fiction. That's also an extension of copyright. I don't know if you know that. So if I write a book and I have characters, Jeff and Tom, and they were fun-loving guys, but they grew up with pointed ears and they had blue tongues. That's the character. Now someone takes that character concept and extends the story. That's also not allowed. That is my intellectual property. Like, you can't make Japanese from Zero Book 6. That's my intellectual property. So we also can't do fan fiction, right? And I'll tell you another problem that I've run into with Japanese indie writing. It's, oh my God, do they love writing about princes and princesses and the Archduke and all of that. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And every genre is peppered with people writing about castle stuff. And I don't like it. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear modern stories written about modern people, not about what happened in a castle. And I don't know what Japanese fascination is with it, but it is so boring to me. And the end result too of their writing about castles is they choose names that are like Endorpheus Morpheus, Tricky Nakinuki. Like, I have to read that katakana when I'm reading every time. It's like, Sore kara wa Endorpheus. It's like that Perusius thing. I can't remember how to say it. Like, I don't want to read complicated katakana words. I'd rather read the complicated kanji words. So I'm going to avoid those stories like the plague on that website, but I don't know. Some of those popular ones. I think what happened was someone made a prince and princess story and it was really big, and then everyone was like, yeah, let's do the princess story. And then you gotta learn how to say the duke and all of these like crazy words that you're never gonna use in real life. Yes, the characters, for example, you cannot extend Harry Potter. Okay? You can't make a Harry Potter novel. Those are not your characters. Okay? Another thing you can't do is translate someone's book into another language without their permission. That is their copyright and their right. There's a Polish company that has just ripped off Japanese from zero. And one day, I'll sue them, you know, but they even changed the name of the book. But someone who knows the material well said, this looks just like your material, and it is 100% my material. You know, you can't extend my works, right, or an artist's works without permission, right? So what I'm doing, not good. I'm gonna go through the 5 chapters, but I freely admit this is probably not a good idea. So that's why I'm stopping at 5. Hopefully that'll be okay. Worst case, I got to take down these videos. I don't think I've damaged them at all. I think a couple of you probably bought the book, so hopefully, I mean, look, that's the one thing I hate, that people say, well, I'm promoting the book. You know, I'm not promoting the book. I'm actually trying to get content out of this book. So, you know, I do love it so far, and but it's not even the author's choice anymore. It's whoever published the book. So let's say that the author's, it's cool that someone's reading and translating my story like that and opening it up to a new audience. He might think that, but the publisher might be like, no, we probably could have sold those rights to somebody, and this guy is releasing this book that way. So that's why I'm only going to read the first 5 chapters, not even 10% of the book. All right, here we go, guys. Let me move my windows over here. I was setting up my another studio last night. I had vowed not to set up another studio, but I did. Upstairs, I have a whole new studio set up. And also, I'm gonna get rid of this. I removed the camera here. I no longer have the side cam anymore, unfortunately, because it's just too glitchy to do it. So I don't have that anymore, and I'm gonna be moving. That camera's now moved upstairs for that secondary studio. So. Well, there's a fine line between, you know, parody and satire and criticism, like, and public figures as well. Like I could write a book about Trump and he can't stop me. He's a public figure. But a private person, like let's say the guy that works at the supermarket, I find out about him. I unless I'm, I guess doing some sort of expose, you know, I can't write about his story, you know. All right. I'm in love with your shelves and decor in the background. You know, normally, by the way, I'm zoomed into it, but you are aware that's a TV, right? Like if I step away, that's not a shelf. That shelf never existed, as a matter of fact. All right. Normally I would zoom into it, but I'm lazy right now, so I didn't zoom into it, and it would look like an actual shelf. But I think for the last 2 years I haven't been in front of an actual shelf. Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors, guys. All right, let's get into the book. We're on chapter 4. Basically, I'm gonna do my best to read it. And I will make some mistakes. And I just found out yesterday I had been saying kensatsu for prefectural police, but it's actually kenkei. Now this is a mistake that I make way too often. I now realize one of my biggest mistakes. I will look at a word, I will recognize a kanji from a word and take the reading and apply it, but often I will apply the wrong kanji reading. So I was taking satsu in keisatsu and saying kensatsu, which makes more sense to me, because you can shorten keisatsu to say satsu. The satsu. Or here. It's like a way of, being a little bit rude. So I just thought they were saying kensatsu, but it's the K in keisatsu for police. So I have to correct that. I've been wrong in the first 3 chapters with that, and that was pointed out by Shimewaza. All right. Here we go, guys. Got to hit the right button here. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me get the channel. Let me get the dictionary up before we start. This one. Oh, I got all the stuff from yesterday is still up. Okay. Oh, my cat ears that I was looking to purchase. Give me a second. What is this? This one. Here we go. And we'll pull this over here. And I think I'm gonna. Nah. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I was just debating what to put where. Okay. All right. Now, here we go. All right, guys. こんなところに旅館なんてあったんだな. Yeah, he put them in a Japanese inn in a place called Shiori, I think is what he said it was. きれいにし上げられた庭園を見つめながら光一は思った. Wow, there's a Japanese inn in this place? Koichi thought, wow, it's really built well, while he looked at, while looking at a inner garden. Teiyang. What does that actually translate to? Teiyang. Let's check. And by the way, for the record, just so that you know, in case it's your first time here, every time I paste from Kindle, it adds the author's name and all of this other, like the publisher and the book name. So you have to ignore everything below this, okay? Just kind of ignore it and just look for here, okay? So we're just looking for Teiyen and then the Tono Keigo, which is wrong. It's actually Higashino apparently. You just ignore all of this, okay? So Teiyen, I guess Teiyen just means garden, huh? I'm curious because to me it feels like Teiyen's a different word than Koen. Garden or park. All right. All right. Okay, well, there's a word I don't know right away. Samazama na something ki ga uerare. Chisana to something made tatteru. Okay. So that's some sort of light. So cho something maybe? Choryu maybe? Lit up dragon? I don't know. No idea, guys. Toro. Garden lantern. Hanging lantern. Definitely not dragon. Toro. Garden lantern. I would like to see what those look like. We're going to do a little bit of searching here. Toro. We're going to look at some images. Oh, those are called Toro, huh? It's funny. You see them every day in Japan, and you would think in my 30 years of Japanese dealings, actually, guys, I'm 51. I've got almost 40 years of Japan in me, and I never knew that was called a Toro. So, okay. That's Toro. Samazama no something ki. Some sort of tree, but I don't know. It looks like I'm only going to get that first kanji. Oh, no, it took the whole thing. Jumoku. Jumoku. Oh, interesting. Trees and shrubs. Jumoku. That's actually nice. A tree surgeon. An arborist. Jumokui. Ju. I'm curious what the Ju kanji is. Did it show it? There it is. Timber. Trees. All right. Jumoku. Jumoku, 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 jumoku. Samazama no jumoku ga uerare. Chisana toro made tatteiru. Several types of trees and plants shrubs had been planted, and even a small lantern was standing there. 大きな石がところどころに配置されていて、それには苔が生えていた。From place to place, large stones were placed, and on those stones, moss had grown. Koke is moss. I'm glad that they gave me the furigana for it though. いろいろ考えたんだけどね。火事ってことでどうかな。野口評論がいた。Wow, I'm not sure what's happening here. いろいろと考えたんだけどね。火事ってことでどうかな。I've thought about a lot of things, but what do you think about a fire? 野口kyo, I think that's not Ron. Kyo something said. I'm guessing this is the teacher that's with them. They have their Tanin no sensei is with them. Kyoryu, licensed teacher. So they're with their teacher right now. That was their homeroom teacher because their parents have been killed, was contacted by, I believe, Kashiwabara, and then sent with them here. But Kashiwabara did say some disparaging remarks about Noguchi, so I don't know. So Kyoryu, licensed teacher, が言った。光一は担任教師に目を戻した。Koichi turned his eyes back towards his homeroom teacher. 火事ですか? A fire? I'm like, what do you mean? 君たちの家が火事にOkay, I don't know this kanji. 漢字に奪った? That's my guess. Taken by. Oops, let's go to Google Translate. Atatta. Oh, kaji ni atta. Actually, sorry. Yeah, kaji ni atta. Okay, I've just never seen that kanji. And that would explain why they were giving this kanji to start. Encountered, right? 君たちの家が火事にあったってことにするんだよ。それでご両親は病院に運ばれ、君たちはここに連れてこられた。とりあえずそういう説明でどうかな。矢口は柔らかい口調で聞いてくる。Yeah, we could say that your house had a fire and your parents were moved to the hospital. And then I took you here. So in the meantime, what do you think about that explanation? Was it Noguchi or Yaguchi? Let me go back. Noguchi. Noguchi said with a soft kucho. I guess it could be a way of speaking. Tone, kucho. Oh, that makes sense actually. Yeah, cho is used for like chowa, harmony. It's also used in music, cho. Yeah, that makes sense. In a soft tone. De kiite kuru. And for some reason, he's always using this kanji to say ask. 普段は甲高い声が特徴なのだが、今日は低く抑えていた。I don't know what the kan does, but normally it's a feature that his voice is tall or high pitched. I don't know what the kan does there. 今日は低く抑えていた。Today he was controlling it low. So let's look at kandaka because I'm not sure what that is. Kandakai, I should say. Shrill. That's new. Shrill voice. High-pitched, shrill. Kandakai. All right. 今日は低く抑えていった。He kept it low, or he was controlling it. Held it down. Yeah, 抑えていった。いつもこんな風に喋れば、ホイッスルなんていうあだ名もつかないのに、と痩せた顔を見ながら小一は思った。If he always spoke like this, he wouldn't have gotten the nickname Whistle, Koichi thought as he looked at his thin face. 二人は旅館の1階にあるロビーに行った。They were both inside the Japanese inn on the first floor. 他にお客様の姿はない。There were no other customers. They saw no other customers. どうかなと野口はもう一度尋ねてくる。Noguchi asked one more time, What do you think? 妹には嘘をつくんですか Are we going to lie to my younger sister? 今だけだよ。とりあえず今だけ。妹さんはまだ小さいし、本当のことを知ったらどんなショックを受けるかわからないだろう Just for now. In the meantime, just for now. Your younger sister, she's still small, and if she learned about what really happened, we don't know what kind of shock she would get, yeah? でも、いつかは分かっちゃうことだし、Yeah, but eventually she's gonna find out anyway. そりゃ、いつかは本当のことを話さなきゃいけないだろう。だけどね、今はまずそういうことにしておいた方がいいと思う。Yeah, I mean, eventually you are going to have to tell her what really happened. But right now, just for the meantime, I think it's better if we go with that. Go with the fire thing. どうしてこんなところにいるのか、ということを納得させる必要があるだろう We have to somehow explain to her why she's here, why we need to be here. お父さんとお母さんがいないことも説明しなきゃならない。We have to explain why dad and mom aren't here. そして妹さんの気持ちが落ち着いた頃。And once the younger sister's feelings have calmed down, 折を見て話I do not know. Do not know what that is. Ori. Occasionally. Ori o mite. I don't think that means occasionally. I think that's weird translation of that. Opportunity. Huh. Okay. Ori o mite. Look at the occasion or the time. 話せばいいんじゃないのかな I think then, maybe we could just look at the time, like when would be the right time, and tell her. This is not unazuki, but it makes sense that it would be. Koichi wa unazuki would make sense here, but I don't think that's what it is. I believe that's a different kanji. Utsumuki. Utsumuki. Looks down. Person in government. Let's just imagine person looking down at the government. Utsumuki. Utsumuki. 両手の指を組んだりほど。組んだる。Oh, I was going to say, I don't know how hodo would be used there, but it's ほどいたりした。Okay. 小一はうつむき。両手の指を組んだりほどいたりした。So I believe he was doing this with his hands. Koichi looked down and with both of and he crossed and uncrossed both of his fingers, his fingers on both hands. Let's see what that is. Koichi looked down, interlacing and unlacing the fingers on both hands.
光一はうつむき、両手の指を組んだりほどいたりした。
野口の言ってることはわかる。確かに静かに本当のことを話すのは辛い。悲しい事実を教えるのはもう少し後回しにしたい気持ちはある。だが何か okay, there's a kanji I experienced here that I don't know, so let's translate what we got up to now. I understand what Noguchi is saying. It is true that telling the truth to Shizuna is going to be rough. The sad fact, teaching this sad fact to her, I understand why he would want to put that off till later. Daga, however, nanika something zen to shinakatta. I'm going to say didn't feel right. I'm going to guess shakuzen, but that ain't a thing. I'm just telling you what my brain told me. It is shakuzen? Look, I'm telling you, man, I don't understand how the brain works. I don't know what shakuzen is. I don't know what that is. But my brain said this should be shakuzen. Oh man, let me take a little bit of a victory lap. Yeah, the dialogue's really nice, isn't it, human being? Yeah, crossing your arms, kumu, ude o kumu, ashi o kumu, very common. Yeah, shakuzen, man. I don't know, it's pretty shakuzen to me too. Unexplicable. But I know that the reason why, probably the biggest reason, is that R looking symbol is shaku. I'm pretty sure that is shaku. And there is an instinct in me, because 85% of kanji-ish, 85-ish% of kanji, gets their onyomi reading from one of the parts. And that part is shaku. So if I type in shaku, it's like spoon, I think. Okay, well, it's a distant. It's a distant. What is that kanji? Pretty sure shaku also means spoon, but anyway, it's a unit of distance. And so that kanji there has taken its reading from the second part of that kanji, shakuzen. Inexplicable. But I didn't know that word. I just felt like it had to be shakuzen. All right. Daga nanika ga shakuzen to shinakatta. Okay, that doesn't make any sense though, but something wasn't inexplicable. So we're going to take this whole thing and see what it says. But something didn't make sense. Something didn't make sense. Oh, shakuzen to shinakatta. Shakuzen to shinakatta. I don't know how that means. Didn't make sense, but I'm fine with it. 何かと釈然としなかった。それはどうせ話すならいつでも同じ。If we're going to tell her anyway, anytime would be the same. というような単純なものではない。Oh, actually. どうせ話すならいつでも同じというような単純なものではない。It's not so simple to say that no matter when you tell her, it's going to be the same. If you're going to tell her anyway. 今、対馬先生が妹さんのそばにいるから目を覚ましたらそのように話してもらおうと思っている。So there's another teacher? There's Noguchi and Tsushima? Okay. Right now, Tsushima teacher... Oh, maybe they brought their homeroom teachers for each of them. Tsushima teacher is right next to his younger sister. So when she wakes up, he was thinking he would have her tell her. 話したら、そのように話してもらおう。目を覚ましたら。 Me o samashitara. When she opens her eyes, when she wakes up. Oops, that copy didn't work, did it? Me o samashitara. Yeah, for some reason I want to read that as me zamasu, but it's me o samasu. Okay. それでいいかい? Oh, I guess that's not Koichi, that's Noguchi saying that. 今、Tsushima sensei ga imoto-san. It makes sense because he says imoto-san. It couldn't have been Koichi to say it because he's adding san after. I should have noticed that cue. のそばにいるから目を覚ましたらそのように話してもらおう. Oh, he's not going to tell her about the parents. He's going to tell her about the fire. That's what he's going to have Tsushima say to her as a reason. What do you think about that? It is Tsushima. Okay. Tsushima っていうのは Shizuna の担任教師だ. Yeah. This guy Shizuna. This Tsushima is Shizuna's homeroom teacher. 丸顔の女性だった. She was a round-faced woman. Shizuna はどうするんですか? あいつ嘘なんてつけないですよ。あんな風になっちゃってるし。What's Shizuna gonna do? You know, she's not the type of person to lie. あんな風になっちゃってるし. And she's in that way. I don't even know what that means. あんな風になってるし. And she's in that way. I don't know what that means. Not sure what he means by that. What are you gonna do about... Oh, sorry, Taisuke. It's not Shizuna. Taisuke. It makes sense now. Taisuke はどうするんですか? What are you gonna do about Taisuke though? あいつそうなんてつけないですよ. You know, he never lies. あんな風になっちゃってるし. And I guess he got messed up, right? In the last chapter we learned that he wasn't speaking much because he saw the dead parents. So he's been heavily affected by it emotionally. And when he says あんな風になっちゃってるし, and you know he's messed up like he is what he's saying. 両親の死体を目撃した時から大輔の様子がおかしい. From the moment that he witnessed his parents' corpses, Taisuke's condition has been strange, weird. 人にsomething されなければ自分から動くこと全くしないのだ. He doesn't move by himself at all unless he's something by other people. So yeah, that's Ninben plus Ashi. So let me guess that it's 即されなければ. Let's take that guess, but I don't know. I mean, of course I don't know. That's just a guess. 促さなければ促す. Interesting. 促す. It is soku though. See, it can be read as soku. So I got that right there. It was just the Japanese reading that I was messed up on. 促す. 促す. To urge, encourage, press, prompted. Unless he's pushed, right? Or prompted by other people. 自分から動こうと全くしないのだ. 警察が来るのを待つ間も膝を not oh my gosh, what is this? 抱えて? Yeah, I think he held his knees. じっとうずくまっていた. じっとうずまっていた. I think that means he was curled up, holding his knees. That's my guess. So until the police came, while he was waiting for the police to come, 膝を抱えて, holding onto his knees, じっとうずまっていた. It's a tough one. Curled up, holding his knees. Oops. He crouched still, holding his knees. Crouched. kakaete was right. Jitto uzumatte itta. Hang on, let me get rid of all this other stuff here. Also, they add all these spaces in here. Sometimes that affects the crouched motion. So let's look up. Kakaeru. Yeah. So he held his knees, right? He held his knees. Uzumaku. I feel like this is a bad translation. I think it's curled up. Swirled, curled to be all jumbled together. Curled up, yeah, to curl. Unless they mean like curling in the Olympics. I don't know. All right. この旅館に連れて来られた時も表情のない顔でただ歩かれているという感じだった。And even when he was taken to this Japanese inn, his face was expressionless. He was just walking. That's how it felt. 今も部屋のI'm gonna guess that's Sumi, but I don't know. 丸くなっているに違いなかった。And there was no mistaking that right now he's in the corner of the room rolled up. Yes, corner. And there's no mistaking that he's curled up in the corner of the room. 彼が声を発するのを光一は昨夜以来聞いていない。He hadn't heard his voice since last night. 光一 had not heard Taisuke's voice since last night. もうすぐ担任の岡田先生が来てくれるはずだから弟さんのことはそれから考えよう。とにかく今は妹さんはどう説明するかを決めとかないと。Pretty soon his homeroom teacher Okada is going to be here. He should be here. 弟さんのことはそれから考えよう。Let's consider him from that point. とにかく今は anyways, for now, 妹さんにどう説明するかを決めとかないと。For the meantime, anyways, not とりあえず it was とにかく。We have to decide how we're going to explain it to your younger sister. 光一は曖昧な気持ちのままうなずいた。Koichi nodded still with a feeling of vagueness. 考えるべきことは山のようにある。There's a mountain of things that he needed to be thinking about. 明日からどうやって、いや、今日からどうやって生きていくのかというのもその一つだった。How are we going to live from tomorrow? No, how are we going to live from today was one of those things. だが答えなどなかった。But there was no such thing as an answer. 頭の中は風が過ぎ去った後のように混乱している。Inside of his head, much like after a storm leaves, he was jumbled up, confused, 混乱。誰かが自分に代わって何を考えてくれるなら、何かを考えてくれるなら、もうどうでもいいという気持ちもあった。If somebody could, in place of me, think of something, he had the feeling that nothing mattered, but if somebody could, instead of me, think, that'd be good. I'm gonna take that and translate it. I'm gonna try one more time, then I'm gonna see what Google says. 誰かが自分に代わって somebody instead of me 何かを考えてくれるなら if they're gonna think about it instead of me, it's an if. So もうどうでもいいという気持ちもあった。If they would think about it instead of me, nothing would matter, is how he felt. All right, let's see what that says. I also felt like I didn't care anymore as long as someone else thought of something for me. As long as. 考えてくれるなら。Okay. I'll take it. じゃあ、そういうことでいいね。So you're okay with that? はい。と、光一は答えた。光一 answered, yes. あ、ちょうどよかった。野口教諭の視線が光一のis that 背後 I think it's 背後に向けられた。お、ちょうどよかった。Oh, perfect timing. 野口教諭 The licensed teacher 矢口の視線が光一の背後に向けられた。His line of sight was turned towards behind 光一。矢口教諭 turned towards behind. Why is my copy paste not working? So gaze turned. I said line of sight, turned to behind. I just wanted to make sure it was Haigo. Haigo, yes. Because I read that as Seigo yesterday.
野口教諭の視線が光一の背後に向けられた。
Okay. 光一が振り返ると、静野が対馬教諭のに手を引かれ、彼らのところへ向かってくるところだった。When Koichi turned around, Shizuna was being, her hand was being pulled by Tsushima, a licensed teacher. And they were coming towards them. It was just that moment when they were coming towards them. T シャツに短パンっていう格好だ。She was wearing t-shirts and shorts. どちらも家を出るときに、小一が適当にバッグに詰め込んだものだ。Both of them were things that Koichi randomly put in a bag when they left the house. 対馬教諭は矢口とKoichiをsomething に見た交互通合 So it's お互い and 交わる to mix together に見た makes no sense to me. 対馬教諭は矢口さんとKoichiをI don't know if that's I'm guessing 交互 alternating. 交互に見た That's interesting. Look back and forth between them. 対馬教諭は矢口とsorry, not 矢口対馬教諭は So 対馬 licensed teacher, what did he do? 野口と光一を交互に見た Look back and forth. That's If I was doing Anki, that word would have been added right now. 交互 sorry, 交互 And if we look at the dictionary here, 多くに従って副詞的に用いる変わる okay. お互い違いになること both becoming different グループごとに交互に働く we both work alternatingly 男子と上司と交互に並ぶ So it's alternative go boy girl boy girl boy girl 交互に見た目を覚ましたので連れてきました I brought her here because she woke それでどういうことに So what did we decide? 有明くんも了解してくれましただから先の話で野口は対馬教諭にI would say mokubai, but it's seshita. So I'm not sure. Mokubari? Could also be me something as well. Mekubase? That can't be right. Messed up my link here. Mekubase. Wow. Akubaru. Kubaru, to pass out. Okay. Signaling with the eyes. Mekubase. Mekubari, being watchful. Which one was this one? Ariake-kun. So he's referring to Koichi as Ariake-kun mo ryoukai shite kuremashita. Ariake-kun has approved it. He's understood it. Dakara, saki no hanashi de. So we can go with what we discussed previously. Yaguchi wa, not Yaguchi. I'm going to keep doing that. Noguchi. Noguchi wa Tsushima Kyoyu ni mekubase shita. Wow. Mekubase shita. Mekubase shita. Signaled with his eyes. Mekubase shita. Wow. These are all great words. Like, I'm really happy to be learning them. That, I hope they come up again because then I'll remember to use them. All right. Mekubase shita. Wakarimashita. To josei kyoyu wa unatsuita. The female teacher said, understood, as she nodded. Tsushima sensei. Taisuke wa? Tsushima teacher, what about Taisuke? Koichi wa kita. Asked Koichi. Okay. I'm guessing this is now, since I messed up the K and the Satsu. Fuke. Fuke-san ga tsuite kudasatteru kara daijoubu yo. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's Fuke either. Just because there's a girl in it doesn't mean it's a female cop either, so I don't know. That's what I thought it was, but Fuke, policewoman. Oh my God. Well, there you go. Fuke. All right. Fuke. Wow. Wow. That seems like a great word to know. Japanese police. Fuke. Like there's a whole word for that. Japanese policewoman. Fuke. He's okay because there's a policewoman with him. Nii-chan, koko doko? Doshite konna toko ni iru no? Tousan to okaa-san wa? Shizuna ga kiite kita. Shizuna asked, Brother, older brother, where are we? Why are we in this place? What about mom and dad? Koichi wa, is this Kowaku, that's my guess. Or nanwaku. Kowaku, final answer. Kowaku. Konwaku, so close. Konwaku. Konwaku. Was discomfiture. He was quandering. Konwaku. Let's see how Google translates it. Puzzled, confused. Koichi wa konwaku shita. Jissai wa dou junjou tatete hanaseba ii no ka wakaranakatta. He didn't know what order to discuss it in. Junjou tate, I'm not exactly sure what that is. Junjou tate, Actually, I keep forgetting that we could just keep everything here. Put in order, how to arrange. He didn't understand, he wasn't sure how to arrange his words. Ariake-san, あなたたちの家がね、ゆうべ火事になったのよ. So she's actually saying to her Ariake-san, being really polite, yesterday your house, last night, it had a fire. Tsushima Kyoyuの言葉に、Shizunaは少し眠そうだった。目を大きく見払いた。That's my guess. 見払いた。No. That's not hiraku, is it? Seeing it in this place messes me up. I'm going to go with mibaraita though. To the words of Tsushima, licensed teacher, her slightly tired looking, Shizuna's slightly tired looking eyes opened wide. But I don't know, I think that's mi biraku? Let's try. Mi baraku. Not a thing, is it? Mi aita, actually. Mi aita? Mi aku? Dang it. What's happening with me? Mi hiraku. God dang it. Mi hiraku. Could have gone either. To open wide. Mi hiraita. Okiku mi haraita. She bigly opened her eyes wide. All right. あんまりにも驚きが大きいせいか、とっさに声が出ない様子だ。The surprise being so big perhaps is why. Suddenly, it seemed like she had no voice. とっさに。とっさ。For a moment. とっさに声が出ない様子だった。For a moment, it seemed like her voice wasn't going to come out. あなたたち流星を見に行ったんでしょ？流れ星。それで助かったんだけどね。お父さんとお母さんは怪我をしてしまったのよ。You guys went to see the meteors, right? Shooting stars? That's why you were helped. But your mom and your dad, they got injured. 静菜は Oh my god, I saw this yesterday. It's so stupid, I should know this. 途端 Instantly. 途端に泣き出しそうな顔になって光一を見た。嘘。Shizuna suddenly seemed like she was going to cry, and she looked at Koichi and said, "Lie." Totan. Moment. Instantly. At that moment. 途端に泣き出しそうな顔になって、小一見て、嘘、lie。本当なんだ、小一は言った。小一 said, it's true。火事になったんだ。うち燃えちゃったの？そう。火事になったんだ。It had a fire。うち燃えちゃったの？もうあそこに住めないの？静野の目は真っ赤になっていた。Our house, sorry. Uchi could mean we as well. Our house burned? We can no longer live there anymore? Shizuna's eyes became pitch red. 全部燃えたわけじゃない。だから大丈夫だ。It's not that everything burned, so it's okay. そうよ。家はまだ残ってるから安心して。でも今すぐは住めないから。しばらくはここにいることになったのよ。That's right. Your house is still there, so you can feel at ease. But right now you can't live in it right away. You'll have to be here for a little bit. お父さんとお母さんはどこ？ Where's mom and dad? 静野は辺りを見回した。静野asked, where is mom and dad, looking around the area. 今も言ったように怪我をされたから病院に運ばれたの。Like I just said, they were injured, so they were moved to the hospital. 静野は歪めた顔を光一に向けた。Shizuna said, and turned her distorted face, her twisted face, towards Koichi. Yugameru. Bent, curved, warped, distorted. Yep. Ni-chan, どうしよう? What are we gonna do, お兄ちゃん? 小一は妹を励ましたいと思った。 Koichi thought that he wanted to hagemashitai, make her feel better, make his younger sister. Hagemasu? It's a good way to translate that. Encourage, cheer on. Cheer someone up. Yeah, make her feel better. しかし、いくら考えても、今ここを発すべき言葉が思いつかなかった。However, no matter how much he thought, he couldn't think of what words he should say here. He couldn't come up with words to say here. 不安になっているのは彼自身も同じのだ。He himself was the same and at unease. 自分たちはどうしたらいいのだろうと途方に暮れているのだ。I believe 途方に暮れる, this is one of those words. He's like thinking off in the distance, I believe, but that's my guess. I'm going to look it up though, 途方に暮れる, because it's kind of important. It comes up a lot. What should we do? That's what he was thinking, like looking off in the distance or thinking like zoned out. I don't know, guys. To be at a loss as to what they were going to. 途方に暮れる. He was also bewildered. Okay, 途方に暮れる. As to what they were going to do. その時、また一人彼に近づいてくる人物がいた. At that moment, yet another person came close to him. ちょっといいですか? Can I have a moment? 小一は顔を上げた. Koichi raised his face. 柏原だった. It was 柏原. 彼は二人の教諭に言った. He said that to the two teachers. Don't trust this guy, guys. Koichi, 君とお借りしたいんですが、君をお借りしたいんですが、これから現場の見分けをするので立ち会ってもらいたいんです。Koichi, I want to borrow you. I'd like to borrow you. これから現場の That could be kenwake as well. Like we're going to go to the crime scene and not analyze, that'd be bunseki, but it's the same bun and bunseki. Look and determine? I'm not sure. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. That is very, very interesting. If he had written it like that, I might have understood it.
見聞
Kenbun, inspect. Okay. 立ち会ってもらいたいんです. I want you to be 立ち会う to be standing by, I guess. To be present, to be witness. これからですか? 野口が甲高い声を出した. From now? Yaguchi said with a shrill voice. でも彼はほとんど寝てないですよ. He has barely slept. それを聞き、柏原は小一を見下ろした。無理かい。小一はかぶりを振った。Hearing that, Koichi looked down to Koichi. Is it impossible? Is it not good? Koichi はかぶりを振った。Koichi shook his head. 平気です。俺行きます。Remember, he's in 6th grade. This kid's young. He's like 12 or 13. It's okay. I'll go. それから対馬教諭の方を向いた. And then he looked towards 対馬 teacher. 妹のことよろしくお願いします. Thank you for looking after my sister. I request you look after my sister well. 任せて. Yeah, leave it up to me. 兄ちゃん、どこ行くの? 静菜が聞いてきた. Shizuna asked, Where are you going, older brother? 家に行ってくる。なんか調べなきゃいけないことがあるみたいだから。I'm going to the house. Apparently there's something that we need to look at. シーも行く。I'm going too. お前はここにいろ。You be here. You stay here. 兄ちゃんは先に見てくる。I'm gonna go ahead of you and look. お兄さんの邪魔をしちゃダメよ。と、豊島教諭がたしなめた。Wow. I don't know that. たしなめる。You shouldn't, jama is to interrupt, but like you're gonna be like a burden, not meiwaku, but like you'll be in your brother's way. You shouldn't do that. お兄ちゃんの邪魔をしちゃダメよ. Let's go ahead and see what Google says that is. Disturb, yeah. I don't know how she would translate that. たしなめた. Yeah, I don't know. たしなめる? Rebuked, chided. たしなめた. Yeah, it's a good word. それでシズナも諦めたようだが、別のことを言い出した。And it seemed then that Shizuna had given up, but now she asked something else. 先生、病院はどこ? Teacher, where is the hospital? お母さんたちのところへ行かないの? は行かないの? Are we not going to go see my parents? それはもう少し後で、と対馬教諭がごまかすのを聞きながら、小一はその場を離れた。That's going to be a little bit later. Koichi heard Tsushima Kyoryu say, deceive her as he left that place. 旅館の前から柏原はとともにパトカーに乗った。From the front of the Japanese inn, he got inside the patrol car with Kashiwabara. これで2度目だ. This is the second time. 以前から一度は乗ってみたいと思っていたのだが、こんな形で実現するとは夢にも思っていなかった。From previously before, he had thought that he wanted to ride in a patrol car. But not in this way. He never even imagined in his dreams it would be this way. 眠れたか? 柏原が聞いてきた。Did you sleep at all? 柏原 asked. 小一は黙って首を。Oh yeah, that's right. This is, how did he read this? Koichi, without saying anything, slanted his head, but I can't remember this kanji. Something geta. It's the K in Keisha. I'm trying to remember it. Oh, what was it? It's not unazuku here. It could be unazugeta. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Katageta. Tilted his head. Okay. Katageta. Okay. だろうなと刑事はつぶやいた。Yeah, I thought so. The police officer. つばやく. I feel like, well, I don't know why that feels like lit up, but that doesn't make any sense here, I guess. つばやく. Tweeted. He tweeted, guys. He tweeted, I thought the kid slept. Tweet.com. Muttered, grumbled. To tweet. I didn't know that meant to tweet. Tsubayaita. Interesting. He muttered. I thought so. He muttered. Yoshoku ya Ariake no mae ni wa patoka ga nandai mo tomatte ita. There were several police cars in front of the cafeteria Ariake. 周囲にロープが張られたままだ。The entire area, the surrounding area still had the rope around it. 昨夜は、sorry. 昨夜はいなかった。やじ馬。昨夜はいなかったやじ馬が取り組んでいる。Oh, what was that やじ馬? Oh, Jesus. This was such a cool thing when I learned it yesterday. Now I forgot it already. やじ馬が取り囲んでいる。昨夜はいなかったやじ馬が。やじ馬 was some sort of metaphor thing if I remember correctly. I don't even remember what a yajiuma is. It's like field next horse. I don't know idea. I hate that I have to look it up, but hey, that's learning. Hang on. Learning a language is dirty. It'll never be clean. You'll always feel like you didn't do enough or you made too many mistakes. But in the end, you have to remember, language is a tool to communicate and not an art to master. 昨日はいなかったやじ馬が鳥。I think I read that once already. So yeah, curious onlookers. やじ馬。That's kakomu, right? But I don't know what tori kakondeiru means. Okay, crowded around. Onlookers who were not there yesterday were encircling the cafeteria. Okina kamera. Oh, what? Oh, what is that? I know this. I think it's interesting that this gets harder near the end of the chapter, and I think it's not because it's the end of the chapter. I think it's because I'm getting mentally exhausted. Ninai, I would have never got that. I never would have got that. Ninai, I never knew that. Bearing out Ninai da. So there's probably a Ninagu or yeah, Katsugu. Oh, Katsugu. Now I've heard Katsugu. Ninagu I never heard. Or Ninai I never heard. Katsuida. Yeah. So like a large camera, shouldering a large camera. There was a man shouldering a large camera. Otoko to maiko motsu jose ga. And a woman, a large man shouldering a camera. A man shouldering a large camera. And a girl holding a mic. 少し離れたところに、ごめんなさい。少し離れたところで向き合ってた。They were facing towards each other at a slightly separated spot. それを見たコイチは、当分の間、ニュース番組は静なに見せられないと思った。Seeing that, Koichi thought, for a bit of time, we're not going to be able to show news programs to Shizuna. パトカーを降りると、警官たちに取り囲まれるようにして移動し、once they got out of the police car, they were surrounded by police officers and moved. 店内に足を踏み入れた and they put their feet inside the store. 大勢の警官や刑事の姿があった。大勢 multitudes. That's my guess for how they're going to translate that. Crowd of people, great number. I would say multitudes works, don't you think? In great numbers. Multitudes works for me. Oh, 大勢. All right. 大勢の警官や刑事の姿があった。Sugata means shape, but I'm not sure how they're translating that. I don't know how they're translating no sugata there, so I want to see how they do it so I can learn how to do that better myself. A large number of police officers were there. Yeah, the shape of them were there. I don't know what that means. But they're just saying taisei. I think it's because of these spaces that are messing it up. Oops. If I get rid of these spaces, I'm guessing Google will take it back to oze. How is that taisei? Oops.
体制の警官や刑事の姿があった。東の警護、流星の絆、講談社文庫、Kindle ロケーションズ430。体制の警官や刑事の姿があった。
Oze is so much better there. I don't understand. No, this is wrong. It's not taisei. It's oze. And I bet if we take this into Deep L. I wish it would play the Japanese though. I wish it would show.
大勢の警官や刑事の姿があった。
Yeah, it's oze. So Google's just messing up. It's oze. All right. That's right. You heard it here, guys. George Trombley, better than Google. Better than Google. 大勢の警官や刑事の姿があった。例の白髪頭の刑事が近づいてきた。The previous white-haired detective came close. 何度もすまないね。I'm sorry for having you come here so many times. 小一は無言でうなずいた。小一 nodded in silence. 早速だけど、家の中を見て回ってもらえるかな。What's the good way to translate 早速? Like, without delay? 早速。Oops. Is it 早速? It is, isn't it? 早速。Immediately, without delay. 家の中を見て回ってもらえるかな。I wonder if I could have you look around the house. 何かいつもと違うところがあったりしたら、どんな小さなことでもいいから教えてほしいんだがね。If you see anything that's out of place from normal, anything at all, no matter how small, if I can have you tell me. はいと小一は答えた。小一 responded, yes. その作業は店の入り口から始められた。That work began from the entrance of the store. テーブルの間をゆっくりと奥に向けて進んだ。Going in between the tables and heading towards the back, he proceeded. 正直なところ、小一は何か違った点があったとしても、それを見つけられる自信がなかった。Honestly speaking, Koichi didn't have the confidence that he would be able to find anything, no matter how different it was. 店内にしても家の中にしても、それほど注意深く観察したことがなかったからだ。Because he had never really observed deeply inside the house or inside the store. 父の幸宏は気まぐれで、時折テーブルの配置を変えたりしたが、小一が全く気づかなかったことさえある。I'm guessing kimagure means Not ADHD, but like to change it up. I don't know. On a whim, uneven temper, moody, fickle. Okay. All right. Chichi no Yukihiro wa kimagure. His father, being moody, Tokiori, from time to time, would change the positions of the table. However, Koichi didn't even realize it at all. There was times when he didn't even realize it. I do want to look up Tokiori. I know it means sometimes, but I'm just curious if it has like a different nuance, like occasionally or from time to time, or sometimes, occasionally, from literally everything I just said. Okay. Koichi ga mattaku kizukanakatta koto sae aru. There are even times where he didn't realize that at all. Counter no naka wa dou kana? Shiragami no atama ga tazanete kita. What about inside the counter? The white-haired police officer inquired. Koichi wa counter no uchigawa ni mawari. Chori kigu ya chomiryou nado o nagameta. He stared at the spices and cooking tools and looked on the insides, looked around the internal part of the counter, the inside of the counter. Shikashi toku ni kini naru tokoro wa nai. However, there was nothing that stood out. Otaku ja teisage kinko ka nanika wa oite nakatta no? Did your house not have some sort of handheld safe here? Kinko? A safe? Uriage kin o irete oku mono da yo. Something to put in the money for the sales, the money, the earnings for the day. Ah, to Koichi wa unazuita. Oh, yeah, Koichi nodded. Uriage kin wa soko desu. The sales money is over there. Counter no uchigawa o yubisashita. He pointed to the inside of the counter. 10センチぐらいの大きな四角いアルミ缶が置いてあり、マジックでカレー粉と、記していた。記してある。記してある。I'm gonna guess. Oh, 30センチ. Sorry. There was about a 30 centimeter large square aluminum can. With magic marker, it had been labeled curry powder. Kare kona to. Here, we'll take that whole sentence if we're going to take any of it. There was a square aluminum can about 30 centimeters in size with the word curry powder written on it in market. Yay!
30センチぐらいの大きさの四角いアルミ缶が置いてあり、マジックでカレー粉と記してある。
カレー粉。カレー粉, not kona. But I think this kanji is read as kona. Yeah, kare. So kare ko. All right. Wait. What was the other word that I was looking at? Was it kishiteru? Shirushiteru. Okay. Shirushite aru. Sono kan kai? Oh, that one over there? Hai, yes. Shiragami atama no keiji wa kan o hikiyose. Tebukuro o shita te ni de futa o aketa. The white-haired headed a detective pulled out the can and with gloved hands opened up the lid. Naka ni wa nanmai ka no osatsu to kozeni ga haite itta. Inside there were several bills and change. Konna tokoro ni ne. Here, huh? Kinko nanka imi nai tte. It took me a second. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Kinko nanka imi nai tte tousan ga Koichi wa itta. Oh, in such a place here, huh? Yeah, Koichi said. His father said, Dad said there's no reason to have a I can't remember what kinko is in English now. A little Not a bank. Vault? Why is Kinko not coming up for me? I think I'm getting exhausted. Why? It's not a vault. It's like a... What is a Kinko? Oh my god, I cannot remember what it is. Safe. God dang it. Yeah, cash box safe, yeah. Safe has... There's no meaning to have a safe. 泥棒にここにお金があるって教えるようなもんだって。金があるって教えるようなもんだって。It's like saying to the thief, hey, there's money here. 白髪頭の刑事は他の刑事と顔を合わせた後、缶の、what was that? 蓋閉じた。The white-haired detective, after looking at the faces of the other detectives, closed the lid of the can. カウンターの横の扉を開け、he opened the door of the counter. 奥に進んだ and moved and went further inside. 光一にとって、oh my gosh, 回し場所となった両親の寝室の塔が見える。For Koichi, he can now see the room of his parents, which had become a place of horribleness. Oh my god. I don't know how to remove this thing that I've added. Something mawashi. Horrible, this horrible place. Imawashi. Unhappy. Bad memory. Imawashi. Abhorrent. Detestable. Disgusting. Horrid. そこに入らねばならないのかと思うと気が重くなった。Thinking he had to go inside there, his body became heavy. 気が重い. What's a good way to translate that? I mean, it's not his body, obviously, but heavy-hearted. He felt reluctant. He became reluctant thinking he had to go in there. I like that. 気が重い. Ie ni agaru mae ni uraguchi no honを見てもらえるかな? Shiraga atama ga itta. The white-haired man said, before you go up inside, I wonder if I could have you look at the back entrance. Koichi wa unazuki. Oh man, I saw this yesterday. Something no doa o aketa and opened up the... It looks like goo to me, but like the guzen no goo, but I have no idea. Sumi. Oh god, I just saw this earlier. Oh my god, like in a different context I understood it. Sumi. He was heya no sumi de maruku natte ita. The brother was in the sumi no doa o aketa. He opened up the corner door. Hosoi tsuro ga ari. Soko no saki ga uraguchi da. He opened the door in the corner. There was a narrow hallway. After that was the back entrance. Soko ni mo ki no doa ga tsuite ita. And there as well there was a wooden door. Touzen. I know this. Something Joe. Oh, what is this? Dekiru you ni natte. Of course it was able to be locked. Shoot. What is this? Oh gosh. It's not you, Joe. You know, I don't remember. I hate that. I hate that I don't remember, but it can be locked is what it means. Seijo. Locking, yeah. 正常できるようになっていて、当然正常できるようになっていて、of course it was able to be locked. 裏口を手前にバケツが置いてある. In front of the back entrance, there was a bucket placed there. その中には 透明のビニール傘が1本 Inside, there was one clear plastic umbrella. 無造作に I don't know what that means. 無制作に入れてあった。無制作 This is some sort of unsurreptitiously placed there. I don't know. 無造作 Muzosa, easily, readily, casually, carelessly. Muzosa, wow. Muzosa ni irete atta, like haphazardly, just like whatever. Just sitting there, right? Muzosa. Koichi wa sore ni me o rusumeta? No idea. Koichi landed his eyes on it. I don't know. I think I'm going to hate myself when I see what that is because I feel like it's what is that? It's not rusumeta. It's not. It can't be. It's the ru in rusu though. Tomeru. Tometa. He parked his eyes. Well, at least I got it right. He parked his eyes on it. Doka shita kai? Something the matter? Keiji ga kiite kita. The police officer asked. その傘、うちのじゃないです。That's not our umbrella, 小一は言った、said 小一。え？刑事はバケツに近づいた。The cop, the detective, the detective said as he got near the bucket. だが傘に触れようとはしない。But he didn't make any attempt to touch the umbrella. どうしてわかる？ How do you know? だって、そんなの誰がそんなの誰も持ってないし We don't have anything like No one has anything like that そこに傘を入れたらバケツを使うときに邪魔だって叱られるから絶対にそんなことはしないし And if I put an umbrella in there when we wanted to use the bucket it would be in the way that I would be yelled at if I did that So I don't do such a thing. We wouldn't do such a thing. 白髪頭の刑事はバケツから離れながらうなずいた。Walking away from the bucket, separating from the bucket, the white-haired policeman nodded. The white-haired detective nodded. それから別の刑事を手招きして呼び。And from there, he beckoned and called another police officer. Mimimoto de nanika sasayaita. And he whispered something into his ear. Sonogo, that's a little bit dubious. Sonogo, or sono ato. After that, ie no naka o mite mawatta ga, hoka ni wa taishita hakken wa nakatta. He looked around the rest of the house after that, but there were no other important discoveries made. 子供部屋は昨夜小一たちが抜け出した後のままに見えたし、the room that he had left, that they had not left, 抜け出す is like, what is the word I'm looking for? Yeah, that's left, but it's like not escaped, that they had sneaked out of. Yeah. The children's room that they had sneaked out the previous night before, looked as it is when they left. 両親たちの部屋に関してはじっくりと観察する余裕がなかった。He had no capacity though to observe his parents' room. What is that? Something needs 刺した血の跡が畳につけ着した血の跡が the blood that had attached to the tatami. That's my guess. Or soaked into or something like that. Tatami 付着 not つけ着した血の跡が the blood stains on the tatami mat. 彼の毛に焼き付いただけだ. Just burned into his I believe that's I think that second kanji is in moso delusion, but I don't know. So it's probably mo. And then I know God dang it, I know I've seen that kanji above. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen that somewhere. Momaku. Maybe the momaku. Back of his eyes. Yeah. Back of his eyelid. Momaku. The retina. Retina. Momaku. There's a thing called momakuen, which is an inflation of the retina. I know I've heard that somewhere. Retinitis, man. Momakuen. I'm going to show you a picture. I think I had that once. I had something happening with my eye. Oof, oof, oof. The sun is bright today. Look at those sunspots, guys. All right. Ah. Okay. All right. 網膜に焼き付いただけだ. The blood staining the blood staining the tatami mats had just burned themselves onto his retina. 光一が旅館に戻った時には昼近くなっていた. By the time Koichi had returned to the Japanese inn, it was time for lunch. Close to lunch. 部屋に行くと静菜は大きな something の上で折り紙をしていた. When he returned to the room, Shizuna was doing origami on a large sitting zataku. I don't know what that is. Zataku is my guess, though. I don't know what that is. I'm going to hate when I see it, though. Zataku was it. Low table. Wow. So it's shokutaku no taku. So zataku is like those tables that you fold your legs under and you sit on a zabuton. Makes sense, right? Zataku. All right. I like it when I can read something. No uede. So yes, on a low sitting table, she was doing origami. その横にTsushima Kyoyuもいた. And next to her was also Tsushima Kyoyu, licensed teacher. Taisuke は襖で仕切られた隣の間にいるらしい。隣の間 in this case, not 間。大輔は襖で仕切られた隣の間にいるらしい。Apparently he's in the next room, which is created by the sliding doors, the fusuma, the paper doors. あ、お兄ちゃん、どうだった?家、残ってた?静菜が聞いてきた。Shizuna asked, 兄ちゃん、how was the house? Was it still there? 大丈夫だよ。そう言ってるだろ。そう言ってるだろ。It's okay, I'm telling you. 小一は彼女のそばに、腰を下ろした。そばに、he sat down. That's a way to say sat down, I'm guessing. 腰を下ろした。腰を下ろす? Wow, that's great typing. Yeah, so the way to sit down. A fancy way to sit down. 有明くん、ちょっといいかしら?でも、かけてきたいんだけど。有明くん、is it okay? I wonder, I'd like to go make a phone call. Tsushima Kyoyu が言った。said. Tsushima? はい。と彼は答えて。He answered yes. Tsushima Kyoyu が出ていた後、彼は座卓の上を見た。 After Tsushima had left the room, he looked at the low table, on top of the low table. Nani yattenda? Nani yatterunda? What are you doing? Tsuru. Senba tsuru o tsukutten no. A crane. I'm making 1,000 cranes. So that's what you do in Japan when people are sick. Tsukutten no. I'm making it. Kaasan tachi ni agerunda. It's like to keep your mind off of the whole thing. You make these tsuru. At any like national disaster, you'll see them all strung up together. If I show you what that is, it's kind of interesting. Senbatsuru. Oops, I read that wrong. I wrote that wrong. Maybe it's Zenba. Wait. Yeah, it's Senbatsuru. But it's easy, yeah. Senbatsuru, I guess. What's good to know? Kaasan tachi ni agerunda. I'm going to give it to dad and mom. Shizuna wa utau you ni ii. Said as if she was singing. Jissai sono mama hana uta o hajimatta. Jissai sono mama. Why is it jissai there? Actually, she just started humming at that point. Chisana te de 丁寧に作られていく折り鶴を見つめるうち、小さな手で丁寧に作られていく折り畳みを見つめるうち、悲しい思い出を再び光一に追いかかる would make sense here to me. かかってきた。While looking at the small hand delicately making the paper cranes, a feeling of a sad memory again, whatever, to Koichi. I don't know, guys. Osoi kakatte kita. Is that what I said? I feel like I said that. It didn't attack him. It didn't attack him. Osoi kakaru is not attack in this case. It's more like enveloped him type of a thing. Pounds of soup down. I don't know if I like that translation of that. To come at. Yeah. Overwhelmed him or something like that, I would say. So, osoi kakatte kita. Like if we took this and put this in context, maybe it would be different. A sad feeling came over Koichi again. Yes. There we go. それはあっという間に彼の胸の中で、And in an instant, within his chest, it expanded. I don't know. Bocho. Oh my God. Why couldn't I remember that was Bocho? I could remember it was expanded. Bocho. Why didn't I know that word so well. I don't know why. Huh. Bocho. All right. I know Shimewaza is yelling at me right now because condensers expand and he did electronics work. Bocho expanded. ついに心の壁を壊した. And it broke. It finally. ついに, I think it's ついに, we're going to translate it as finally, broke the wall of his heart. つい. Finally. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to hear this. I'm going to cry. 小一は静の手を掴んだ。小一 grabbed Shizuna's hand. 彼女の手の中にあった折り鶴が潰れた。He's gonna tell her. He's gonna tell her, guys. The crane that she had in her hand crushed. Shizuna wa obie to odoroki no majita me de kare o mita. Shizuna looked at him with a mix of fear and surprise. 兄ちゃん. It's not gonna be good, guys. 無駄なんだ. It's useless. そんなの作ったって. Oh God, I'm gonna hide my face for this one. Koichi wa tachiagari. Koichi stood. Eh? What? Koichi stood up. Okuno. Something like it. He opened the. I don't know what that is. Oh? He's gonna tell her. Backsliding door. Fusuma. Oh, that's how you write Fusuma. Sliding door. He opened up the back sliding door. He's gonna call Taisuke in too, isn't he? Ah, ダメだよ. Tai ni-chanが病気で寝てるよ. No, that's not good. Tai-chan is sick, so he's sleeping. 確かにTaisukeは布団に潜り込んでいた. It was true. Taisuke was wrapped up in a futon. Futon. Futon just means blanket here. Koichi はその布団を剥がした. Koichi pulled off the futon. Taisuke は驚きの表情を浮かべ、亀のように手足を丸めた. Taisuke had a surprised expression, and like a turtle, he curled up his hand and his arms, his hand and his legs. Koichi は静なの手を掴むと、Taisukeの横まで引っ張っていった. Koichi grabbed Shizuna's hand and pulled her next to Taisuke. 痛いよと彼女はべそをかいた. Oh, this came up yesterday. It doesn't mean scratch her belly button. Beso o kaita. I can't remember what it was, but I'm going to remember now. It's like, I guess it's another way of grumbling or protesting. I can't remember, guys. Beso o kaku. She drew a beso. Yes, that's what she did. She drew a beso. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's right. On the verge of tears. Verge of tears. 痛いよと彼女はベソをかいた. On the verge of tears, she said, it hurts.「そんな妹の方をお兄ちゃん両手でIt's what is that? Wrapped, but I can't remember. Ho Oni-chan, with both of his hands, I'm gonna say clasped her cheeks, but I don't know. I can't remember right now. Cupped. Tsutsunda. Oh, it's not about a memory. I just didn't know it. Ryote de tsutsunda. His brother cupped both of her cheeks in his hands. She. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, guys. Last part's gonna be hard for me. She yoku kike. Listen well. Tosan mo kasan mo. Mo i nai n da. Mom and dad aren't here anymore. Shinjatta n da yo. They died. Shizuna wa 大きな黒目がシズナの大きな黒目がくるくると動いた。Shizuna's large black eyes rotated around, moved in circles. そんな直後に immediately after that 彼女の顔はみるみる高速した。I think it means got red, but I don't know. 好調 became flush. 好調。嘘だよ。You're lying. 嘘じゃない。火事なんかじゃないんだ。It's not a lie. It wasn't a fire. 本当は殺されたんだ。In reality, they were killed. 悪いやつに殺されたんだ。They were killed by a bad person. 嘘だ。違うもん。You're lying. It's not true. お兄ちゃんなんて嫌いだ。I hate you. 静菜は光一の手を振りほどき。静菜 threw off his hand. 顔を、I forgot what this was. 歪ませ、twisted her face. 手足を振り回した。She shook her hands and legs. 振り回す。swung. 振り回す。She swung. She swung her hands and legs. 泣きわめき。暴れた。I don't know what that means, but she's going crazy right now. Cried and became violent. 泣きわめき。泣きわめき。I don't know this word. Wailed. そんな彼女を光一は上から包むように抱きしめた。Seeing her, Koichi, from above, swaddled her and hugged her. いやいやと幼い妹はなおも暴れようとする。Even now, I think that's what the Naomo does there. I'm not sure though. Still, yeah. She's still going wild, saying yeah, yeah in her young voice. もうSorry, I hate this part of the book. もう俺たちだけなんだ。It's just us now. 小一は絞り出すように。I think that's 絞り. I can't remember though. Squeezed it out. Yeah. Squeezed it out. He squeezed it out. He found a way to say it. その時それまで固まっていた大輔が突然悲鳴のような声を上げた。Up until then, Taisuke, which had been frozen, suddenly let out a scream. 今までI think that was todo mati. Was it todo? I cannot remember, guys. I'm sorry. 待っていたものの吐き出すのように、激しくこう泣きし始めた。He burst into tears I guess violently would be a good way here. throwing up the thing that he had held inside. I can't remember that kanji. I'm sorry. I'm going to take that whole sentence though here at the end here. Tamatte ita. Oh, that's actually good. It built up. Yeah. That's actually, I did not realize that was the kanji for that. He began to cry violently, letting out all that he had been holding in up until now. And that is the end of chapter 4. Leave my camera off for a second here, guys, while I get composed. Oh my gosh. Man. There's hope for you, Jeremiah. I didn't read enough growing up. You just have to read more, buddy. Don't wait until 20 years in. Everyone that I know, and that's Matt versus Japan and Shimewaza and a couple other people that I've talked to, their vocabulary is significantly better than mine for book reading because they read. I don't read. I haven't read. So you do not feel like my strength is speaking. Like I'm really good at speaking Japanese. Like you'll see when I'm reading the dialogue parts of these, I'm way better. But when you're talking about narration of a book, I'm not as good because there's a lot of words that just don't come up in my life. But I have survived Japan with none of these words. None of these words. I've been doing Japan now for 30 years. It's not been a problem. 40 years now. Never been a problem. It's only a problem now because I'm trying to read. So I'm increasing my vocabulary. And even when I played a game a few years back, a couple years back, I think, called White Day, and the words I learned in there, I'm still using today. So I've integrated those words into my vocabulary. And some of those words have come up in the story, but I can now read them. So don't feel like you can't do it. It's just, don't do what I did. Learn from my mistake and actually start reading. It doesn't have to be this level. It could be a lower level thing to start with, but just read, because that kind of input is how you learn a lot. Well, I had guessed what the ending of this book was going to be, but I was told by whoever the guy was here yesterday, Torito Sakura or something like that. He had said that it doesn't end the way that you think it. I had given an idea of how it was going to end. Like they ended where they're all together back in the house and Koichi's making curry. That's how I ended it, But I thought because it's called Ryusei no Kizuna, like I thought it was going to be like they go to space. So I don't know, guys. I have no idea. Human Being says, yeah, I surprisingly know a lot of these words, and I've been learning like 2 years. My speaking ability is almost non-existent, though. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's a trade-off, right? I didn't read a lot, so my speaking is really good because that's all I did. And that's why my advice is always speak. But the reality is I needed to give advice of, hey, read, but speak. Make sure you're filling your head with Japanese stories. I didn't even know how Japanese books addressed the he said, she said, and he asked. It's kitekita, right? It's itta. It's just basically that. I didn't know how they were doing that in books at all. And I've written my own novel, and I didn't know how they did, and I should know that. So, a Human Being says, I think learning from movies and stuff with Japanese subs is better than books at first, so you can hear what they're reading. Yeah, you can hear what they're saying. Yeah, hear what you're reading. Yeah. Oh, man. That was mentally draining, guys, because, oh, man, I'm overly sentimental for things like that. All right, I think I'm going to end the stream again. As always, we're going to end it with, you know what we're going to end it with, guys. I don't need to even tell you. We got the mix coming up. Oh, man, that was rough. Rough for me, man. We only got one more chapter before I don't show it live anymore as well. Psh, psh, psh.
Japanese DZ39. Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the mark location where the action takes place.
I feel you, Bo. I feel you, Bo. Yo, it's okay. How do I say this? I feel you, Bo. But you know what? Take the time to get to know yourself. Like, understand the things you like and don't like. Because once you understand yourself, you know how to take care of yourself when you find the person for you. I'm not gonna lie.
나나가 있을게요. 나나가 있을게요.
Trying to get
나나가
over her.
있을게요. I'm staying in Bangkok. I'm staying in
Try to get
Bangkok.
over her. Just don't give yourself away. Take that.
Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39, Japanese ZZ39. Doing day particle in the first usage is the mark location where the action takes place.
Learning a language is dirty. It'll never be clean. You'll always feel like you didn't do enough or you made too many mistakes. But in the end, you have to remember, language is a tool to communicate and not an art to master.
Exactly. Exactly. Dear Lord, I just pray over everyone who came on this live today who's anointed and divinely appointed to be here. And I pray blessings over their day and just a feeling of peace.
나나가 있을게요. 나나가 있을게요. I'm staying in Bangkok. I'm staying in Bangkok. Get out. Get out. Just get out from this life. Bye. You are so stupid and boring. You have to go stuck at your home and don't turn on the phone. You can stay behind the phone and typing something like this thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. What's up, girl? I don't like it. What's up, girl? I don't like it. What's up, girl? I don't like it. I'm staying in Bangkok. I'm staying in Bangkok. I'm staying in Bangkok. What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? Wow, girl, you're so strong. 어떻게 그렇게 외국어를 잘하시는 거야? 어떻게 그렇게 외국어를 잘하시는 거야?
犬と猫と魚がいる. There is a dog, a cat, and a fish. Buckle up. Buckle up.
いい加減にせんかい!
Buckle up, buckle up. Buckle up, buckle up. Buckle up, buckle up. Japanese ZZ32, Japanese ZZ32, Japanese ZZ32.
Exactly.
No. Let me set the record straight. Japanese is not easy. It is a lot of work. But if you learn some patterns and you learn some tricks, it can
Buckle up.
be easier.
Buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up.
Go follow me on Instagram and get my book if you're a girl. You'll love it.
You feel me? Do she miss me? Do she miss me? Do she miss me? She might not like you. She might not like you. She might not like you. They definitely flirting. 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 Even me, I don't know, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. No, because like sometimes girls flirt in a way of being like homies, but they definitely flirting. But sometimes girls actually mean it when they say homie or kitty or like
Buckle up.
vibe. So you never know.
Buckle up.
So like take your chance.
Buckle
You
up.
find them, bro.
Buckle up. Buckle up.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
나 말어봐 이십시오. 어떻게 그렇게 외국어를 잘하시는 거야? Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean. What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? What is Tagalog? Wow, girl, you're so strong.
Yeah, I'm still working on that one. Yeah, guys, I kind of gave up on here. I'll fix the camera. Hang on. I gotta fix it once and then I gotta save it. See, now we have the illusion. Now I'm in that room. Oh. You just realized your samples you recorded are mixed in with your full flashcard audio? I don't even know what that means. Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean.
Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean. Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean. Are you Korean? Yes, I'm Korean. 어떻게 그렇게 외국어를 잘하시는 거야? 어떻게 그렇게 외국어를 잘하시는 거야?
I do have more sounds from her, but they were all long. And I need to cut them up. Where did I put them? I've got more sounds from her. Let's see here. 어떻게 그렇게
외국어를 잘하시는 거야?
어떻게 그렇게 외국어를 잘 하시는 거야? 어떻게 그렇게 외국어를 잘 하시는 거야? Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta re-add these new ones. Let's see here. We got.
I think I know more English than Japanese because I know by like watching some movie.
Wait a minute, I thought I had these enhanced. Oh, here we go. Here's the enhanced ones.
I think I know more English than Japanese because I know by like watching some movie.
Like, I want to make that maybe just like, I think I know more Japanese than English.
ちょっとありません.
And then she says, ちょっとありません.
Hi guys, 大家好,你好,你好. はじめまして.
That's a fun one.
How is your English? Maybe my English is better than Japanese. สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ
สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ.
สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ
So that's on the line of this one.
นานมากแล้วค่ะ20ปีแล้ว
สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ.
สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ.
Wait a minute, okay? Wait a minute, okay? 私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。
That's my favorite one. 私の
私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。
It's my Korean person. I don't know Japanese.
私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。
日本語わからない.
이름이 뭐예요?
이름이 뭐예요?
이름이 뭐예요? You want to marry me? You want to marry me?
That's a good one. You know, I'm going to add them right now. Let's see. I'll put that on, where do I want to put that? I think I'll have to put them on, let's see here. We'll throw it in the pink one. Yeah, I think I can do that. All right. So, actually, let's see here. And we'll throw that above, right here above Japanese is 32. We'll throw arimasen. Can I just grab all these and drop? I don't even know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? Can I just go like, holy shit.
I think I know more English than Japanese because I know by like watching some movie. ちょっとありません。ちょっとありません。Hi guys. 大家好、你好、你好。はじめまして。Hi guys. 大家好、你好、你好。はじめまして。How is your English? Maybe my English is better than Japanese. สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ สวัสดีค่ะ Wait a minute, okay? 私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。Wait a minute, okay? สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ Hi guys. 大家好、你好、你好。はじめまして。이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? You want to marry me?
Oh, that's a good one.
You want to marry me? You want to marry me?
Nani?
You want to marry me?
Nani?
You want to marry me?
Nani?
You want to marry me?
Yo, it's okay. How do I say this? I feel you, bro.
I didn't mean to hit that one.
But you know what?
So long.
Take the time to get to know yourself. But understand the things you like and don't like. Because once you understand yourself, you know how to take care of yourself when you find the person for you. And I'm not gonna lie.
You want to marry me?
Trying
You want to
again won't
marry me?
hurt.
You want to marry me? I don't
Trying
like
again
it.
won't hurt.
I
Just
don't
don't
like
give
it.
yourself away
이름이 뭐예요?
too fast.
이름이 뭐예요?
犬と猫と魚がいる There is a dog, a cat, and a fish.
How is your English? Maybe my English is better than Japanese. 私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ 私の韓国人です。日本語わからない。I think I know more English than Japanese because I know by like watching some movie. ちょっとありません。ちょっとありません。ちょっとありません。이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? You want to marry me? You want to marry me? You want to marry me? You want to marry me?
All right, you beautiful angels of the Lord Jesus Christo. Dear Lord, I just pray over everyone who came on this live today who's anointed and divinely appointed to be here. And I pray blessings over their day and just a feeling of peace.
You want to marry me? I don't like it. You want to marry me? I don't like it. You want to marry me?
Do she miss me? Do she miss me? You feel me? You feel me? She might not like you.
You want to marry me?
She might not like you.
You want to marry me? I don't like it.
She might not like you.
So stupid.
You want to marry me? 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 나하. สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะ สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ Wait a minute, okay? Hi guys. 大家好，你好，你好。
I feel like I just went,
はじめまして。Hi guys. 大家好，你好。はじめまして。Hi guys. はじめまして。Hi guys. はじめまして。How is your English? Maybe my English is better than Japanese.
犬と猫と魚がいる There is a dog, a cat, and a fish.
Yeah, that was a stupid mix. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming. Sorry, I got a little bit too emotional. We will finish this up tomorrow with the final chapter that we're going to be reading, and then we're going to move to other stories. See you next time. Peace out. Oyasumi. Natsuke bayo. Bye bye.